whoa now. Brother Kush, aka the Black Alpha, man. And look here, but this something that we need to talk about right here, man. This R. Kelly situation and these charges that he has. The brother just got another 20 years on top of the 30 years that he had. I believe that's how it goes. Man, this is crazy. And Lil Boosie actually said that he don't understand the sentence because he didn't kill anybody. And that kind of goes to what Young Jeezy said in the song, how this is crazy how you get more time for selling dope than murder. But what made me think about this, I listened to Brother Taz, right? Taz, GOAT Entertainment, Taz Exclusive Live, or whatever you call itself, right? And this brother has this concept of B1 that's supposed to mean black first. But if you listen to him talk, what it comes across as being is just black women first. Everything against black women is victimization of the black women, you know what I'm saying? Everything is a crime against black women. Everything is a slight and a slant against black women. If you happen to like white women, it's only because you hate black women or you got some kind of fetish for white women. You know, it's that kind of silliness that he spew out in on his channel. And we need to talk about this today, you know what I'm saying? Because dudes like Taz, they have problems, bro. Because I have a simple question, you know what I'm saying? What about us? What about the black men? Now, I don't know why my stream is saying no data. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if the data dropped. I don't know if it's still streaming. Man, I got to figure this thing out, man. I really don't know what's going on. But it's saying no data right now. So I don't know if it's streaming or what. So I'm going to keep going, and we're going to find out what's going on later. You know what I'm saying? Now it's saying the stream health is excellent. I don't know what's going on here. But anyway, before I get into that, I'd like to thank Brother JJ for his donation. He's the first guy to donate to me. Thank you, Brother JJ. Anybody who wants to donate to the channel to help it out, you know, I don't want to turn my passion into an expense. But if you want to help me out, the Venmo is at the Black Alpha, Cash App is at the Black Alpha, and PayPal is at realblackalpha@gmail.com. So anyway, this is what I have a question. I listen to Taz go on and on, right? Talking about the victimization of black women at the hands of brothers like R. Kelly. And I have a simple question. What did R. Kelly actually do? I mean, he liked young girls. Okay, we got that. Was he really forcibly attacking these young ladies? No, he wasn't. Were these young ladies not cognitive of what they were doing, cognizant of what they were doing? Yes, they were. You know what I'm saying? They knew exactly what they were doing. Should that be a crime? I don't know. But what I do know is the brother shouldn't be getting no 30 years in prison and all this stuff. That I do know. If it's a crime, that's one thing. I don't think it should be a crime, but if it's a crime, that's one thing. 30 years in prison, that's another thing. But let me talk about the problem I have with dudes like Taz, because he said something interesting on his live stream. He said that brothers come through his channel and they not really feeling his position on these things. And the reason why brothers don't really feel it because brothers are brothers and they understand that nobody is targeted by this legal system more than black American men. You have to be out your mind as a black American man to co-sign any parts of this legal system. You know, and with brothers like Taz with this pro-blackness, but yet his whole concept and understanding of what's illegal and legal is based on what the laws are, not based on how the laws should be. Because if you go by how the laws should be, R. Kelly should either be home or hit with some type of misdemeanor and fine, right? Let's just be honest. If you're going by how the laws should be, because he didn't really forcibly attack anybody. There was no common law crime in what he did, in what he did. It was all statutory. Statutory laws are when somebody create a crime out of thin air, put it through the legislative, send it to the executive, and it becomes a law. But oftentimes, every time you make a statutory law, you victimize somebody else. We have to stop victimizing black men in the name of protecting others from us. I mean, how long is this stuff going to go on, bro? You know, and dudes like Taz should know better than that. You know. Let me go to this next slide, man. I want to show you. Because see, this is something that he don't talk about. When you talk about protection, what about protecting us, man? What about us? You got a cop in Amberguyer, runs off into a brother's house, a brother's apartment, shoots and kills this brother who was doing nothing but sitting in his own apartment. Kill this man. I hope I can say kill, because I mean YouTube is funny with this algorithm, but we can't even talk no more. But she deletes this man sitting in his apartment. She gets 10 years. She gonna be out in 4 or 5 years, bro. They got Derek Chauvin, who sits there and slowly torture a man to deletion, right, for no reason, in public. He gets 21 years. R. Kelly still got more time than him. You got a 17-year-old Trayvon Martin, right, who was stalked and deleted by a predator, a real predator, who walked off scot-free, who got no time. Dude just walked. Then you got Eric Canary, I can't pronounce that name, man. Deval Canary or something like that. Eric Deval Canary. I had to look this one up. He was given 6 years for deleting a dude, right? An unarmed black man. I mean, I can go on and on and on and on with these kinds of examples, you know. The question is, where is our protection as black men? Who is advocating on behalf of us? Because we get murked by the authorities all the time. Everybody act like, well, you know, they just thugs because of dudes like Taz. That's the problem. You got dudes like him that call us predators every time we do something. That call us criminals every time we do something. That act like we nothing but these vicious, you know, predators looking for somebody to prey upon. This is how he talks about black men in regards to black women. You can't do that, man. You can't be that loose with your language in this day and age regarding black men. We have to be a little more aware of the environment that we're in, because when we say stuff like that, we are justifying what these people do to us. Because they sit back and they hear these things and say, well, you know, they call them predators too. And, you know, they always quick to find some black man, some black conservative type dude to talk for them and call us every kind of name they could think of. We got to stop this, my brothers. You know, the day and age for victimizing black men, it has to come to an end. We got to protect ourselves, man, because we are victims in this also. You can't just constantly say we need to protect women from us when we are not really doing women anything that's really a crime. Now, should we be doing some of the stuff we do? No. But is most of the stuff criminal? No. No. And should our lives be ruined behind it? No. No. But at the same time, you got these officers that are murking unarmed black men, and they walking. They're getting off scot-free. Nothing is happening to them. But you got dudes like Taz right there above me in the San Francisco had. You got cats like that sit there who smoke weed all day, you know what I'm saying? Voice all raspy because he get high all day. You got dudes like this that wants to be like everything is such a crime when it comes to blacks. He keep using these terms like little girls. R. Kelly wasn't messing with little girls. He was messing with young ladies. Now, the law might say otherwise, but that's the problem. Because our grandparents, at least my grandparents' generation, they were married at those ages. Our great-grandparents were married at those ages. This day and age, what we call those 15 and 16 and 17-year-olds little girls, this is new. They have never been considered little girls in history. Never. This is new. So what we are talking about is not what the laws are. We're talking about what the laws should be. And let's talk about pimping itself. Like, you know, Taz mentioned pimping. Talking about pimping is now sex trafficking, and we need to understand that. Pimping should not be sex trafficking, bruh. Pimps are managers of women who are doing what they already would be doing without the pimp. The pimp is there to protect them. The pimp is there to serve a purpose for the women that's out there on the streets. Y'all got pimping all messed up. Pimps don't really be, I mean, I know you got some violent cats out there, but for the most part, pimping is not even about violence. It's not even about force of any kind. These girls that are up under these pimps, they can leave these pimps whenever they get ready. This is something a lot of y'all squares don't understand, man. They're not forced to stay with those pimps. They can leave whenever they're ready. See, y'all are under the impression that everybody is forced to do things they don't want to do against their will, because this is the narrative they spin. And I don't know if Taz is a real street dude or he just try to mimic one or imitate one, but he should know better, because that's just not how it goes. These women are not forced to do anything out there. They're doing what they want to do. But again, does that mean I'm saying that it all should be legal and above? No, I'm not necessarily saying that. I don't care if they make it illegal. Just don't throw people's lives away behind it. Just don't put it to a point where you're ruining people's lives behind it. While the women that participated willingly goes on with their life, you know what I'm saying, and like nothing ever happened, and the men are ruined. As a man, you should not want to see that for no man, let alone a black man. That's not something you should want to see any man go through as a man, especially not a black man. So I don't get people like Taz with that stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything is sexual assault, everything is this type of crime, everything is that type of crime, as long as it affects a black woman. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're never smart enough to know what they're doing. They're never intelligent enough to know what they're doing. Hold on, I have an alert up here. Let me see what this alert is. Okay, I don't know what that alert was. Again, y'all know I'm still learning this stuff. I'm learning on the fly. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning on the job. Anyway, let me bring up another slide, because I want to make this point before we shut out, because what I'm about is really, I'm all about us. You know what I'm saying? I'm about black men first. I'm about black men first, second, and third, because I know how important we are to mankind. Black American men will play a major role in where civilization go in the future. This is why it's so important to the enemy that they attack us, because they understand that as we go, society goes. I'm talking about the black American man. As we go, the world will go. If we rise up against this system right now, everything around the globe change. The problem is, too many of us are invested in this wickedness in one way or another. You know what I'm saying? So we won't come together to make changes. We just won't do it. You think about the dude that said that the legal age of consent should be 21. He's not going to go against this system. You think about brothers like Taz that think everything dealing with a black female under the age of 18 is some kind of sexual battery. He's not going to go against the system. You think about all the black women that are feminists. They're not going to go against the system. You think about all the black men that are staunch liberals, or the black men that are staunch conservatives. They're not going to go against the system. So we are really stuck, because it's not enough of us really that's ready to wake up and rise up against this system, but we need to, because they experiment with us. Everything they do to society, they do to us first to normalize it. Because nobody say anything about when it's done to us, when it comes back around full circle to whites and Latinos and everybody else, nobody can say anything, because the activity has already been done to us and everybody just sat there and watched it. So it's important that we start speaking out in a different way. I'm not saying protest. I'm not saying march down the street. But we need to make it known that we are not going to sit up here and publicly chastise our black men for doing things that may be immoral, but should not be seriously criminal either. We're not going to be taking that role, man. We're not going to be sitting here talking about throw him under the jail just because he was messing with a 17-year-old, 18-year-old. You know what I'm saying? These are not babies, bro. Now, if he was messing with a real child, you bring him outside and light him up. You know what I'm saying? Forget court and all that stuff. But these are not babies, bruh. You know what I'm saying? And no man should have his life ruined for these kinds of things, while the white police officers can shoot us down and walk off scot-free, or get 5 years, or get 2 years, or get 30 months. This is crazy, bruh. And we think this is okay. We think it's cool to chastise us while they murk us and walk scot-free. But we got all kinds of opinions on where R. Kelly's sticking his bird. Come on, black men. We got to do better than that, bro. We got to do better than that, man. I ain't saying you got to like what the brother do, because I don't like what he do, to be honest. I ain't feeling what he do. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying 30 years? This dude ain't got more time than most murderers I've met. Real talk, bruh. Young Jeezy said it in that song, man, you get more time for selling dope than murder. It's crazy. 30 years? Come on, man. We can't support stuff like this, man. We got to back up off that stuff, you know what I'm saying? And dudes like Taz, let me go back to this screenshot of that cat, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't think y'all understand. One of the flaws in this dude, you know, one of the first things I heard this dude say that was real crazy. He said one time, talking about black men that like date interracially. He said that black men only date white women because they want cave coochie. I mean, it's seriously, bruh. You just reduced the whole aspect of human interactions and human nature and how we interact with each other and date and how we flirt and get to know each other to just some dude having a fetish for cave coochie. Something wrong with dudes like this, but y'all flock to his channel all day and listen to him, but it's crazy. I don't get y'all, man. I don't get y'all. That's like Dr. Umar Johnson recently saying that any black man that mess with a white chick, he just suffering from self-hate because there are too many black women around the world that are single. You can go find one. First of all, talking about going find one in another country, man, that's crazy. This country is too big to be going find one. I mean, what are we supposed to do? Travel around the nation? This is a huge country. So if you can't find one in your city, you're supposed to start driving, 60, 80 miles out to look for another one? And if that don't work, you start driving, 120, 200 miles out to find one? If that don't work, you go further and further, coast to coast, and start going to other countries? That's madness, bro. You date who you click with. It's just that simple. You date and marry who you click with. And if somebody don't like that, they have the problem. This ain't got nothing to do with some kind of fetish for this race or that race. Because first of all, we date more than just white women. I've dated everything, man. I dare you try to say that I got some kind of thing for white women. I've dated every woman on the planet. I've had them all. This ain't about no white girls, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is about you liking who you click with. This is about you getting with who you get with. This is about, this is about being compatible with somebody. This ain't about race, man. So these kind of dudes, the Dr. Umar Johnsons, the Tazes, we got to be leery of these cats, bro, because all they do is support this system in one way or another. In fact, Umar said something else. He did that talk about the cops who are a part of the system. Talk about, how we get when they give us the dishonor of wearing their uniforms, we start to take on their mentality. Well, what's the difference between them giving us their college degrees? What's the difference? It's the same thing. Then he come back talk about marriages, right? Why do you need a white man's permission, or why do you need a white man's legal permission to get married? Well, I mean, you do the same thing, bro. I mean, when you go get that college certificate, why do you need his certificate to be smart? You know what I'm saying? It's a contradiction. It's like when they get something from the white society, it's good. But if you go deal with a white woman, you got a problem. But their whole foundation, everything Dr. Umar Johnson is because of his college degrees. Everything Dr. T. Hassan Johnson is because of his college degrees. So you go get that, then you did good for yourself. But if you happen to like a non-black woman, you're suffering from self-hatred. We got to stop this, black men, man. We got to stop this, bro. We got to stop this madness, bro. We have to do better, bro. You know what I'm saying? We got to do better. Let me see something over here. We got to do better, brothers. Look, I'm going to close this out, man, because I'm still practicing on these live streams. It's kind of hard to flow. I got too many things. I got to monitor here, monitor there, monitor. I got stuff everywhere I'm looking at, bro. And it's kind of hard to do this in the beginning, but I'll get better at it, I promise, you know what I'm saying? But, I made the point, you know what I'm saying? And that's the only thing that counts, right? So anyway, on that note, to sum it up, we got to be black man first. We can't be B1, all this stuff. We got to be black men first, because it's very important that we look out for each other. It's very important that we not throw each other under the bus for any type of ideology, man. Let's the brother just do something that's just really, really wrong. That's universally wrong, common law-wise wrong. Then, I mean, I still wouldn't throw him under the bus publicly, but then, what happens, right? But for the kind of stuff that we undergo, man, the kind of stuff that we get arrested for, we got to stop acting like this stuff is fine, because It doesn't matter what the law is. The only question is, should the law be? Should R. Kelly be getting this kind of time for having consensual sex, right, with women that are legally minors? That is the important term. Legally minors, not universally minors, not biologically minors, that are legally minors. Should he be getting 30 years for that kind of stuff? The answer is no. Should these police officers that are killing unarmed black men walk or get 5 years or 2 years or 10 years like that lady Potts got 5 years, 2 years and all this stuff? Should that happen? No. We gotta be better. We gotta be more just, and it starts with self-love. That's why you gotta be black men first. That's why I'm here. I'm black men first. I'm sorry, my sisters. I love y'all. Y'all are the foundations of civilization. I truly believe that. Nothing can, nothing get built without women being involved, right? When we need y'all, but the women are only beneficial to that community, that nation, that society, that people that they are behind. And as of right now, the black American woman is not behind the black American man. That's just the fact. Don't be mad at me for it. That's just the fact. On that note, I'm out of here. I'm Brother Kush, aka the Black Alpha. Salam.